I'm Chris Smith. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Now, I've seen quite a few people saying that Dubois quit in round number 9. That he got up at 9.5. Now, we know that the rules are for the referee to stop the count and allow you to continue, you have to be up on your feet by the count of 8. Okay, that is the rules. All right, it's not 8 seconds, it's the discretion as to how long the referee takes to count. But when he hits number 8, if you're not on your feet, the referee should be stopping the fight. Now, at the end of round number 8, when Dubois went down again, Dubois got up at the count of 9. At that point, the referee could have stopped the fight, but he didn't. He allowed Dubois to continue. Then he came out the next round, and Oleksandr Usyk stopped him. But people are saying that Dubois has quit again. Okay, he did quit against Joe Joyce. I said it back then, and I'll say it again. Dubois was right to take that knee, because the damage that he would have took after then, maybe he wouldn't have a career right now. Maybe he wouldn't have gone on to have claimed the WBA regular world heavyweight championship. Maybe he wouldn't have gone on to fight for the unified belts. In other words, put some money in his bank. So he was absolutely right to take that knee against Joe Joyce. Against Oleksandr Usyk, could he have continued? Could he have got up a little bit quicker? Well, firstly, we're not in that situation. When you find somebody like Usyk, well, he's not a one big punch knockout artist or anything like that. He does wear you down. And the fact that Dubois had gone down the previous round, clearly he was hurt. Clearly he was in a lot of trouble. And he felt that if he'd have got up, then Usyk would have jumped on him and probably legitimately knocked him out. And maybe he felt that he didn't have the power or the energy to get Usyk out of there, because at that point he would have known that the only way for him to win against Usyk was to knock him out. If he felt he didn't have the power or the endurance anymore, then what's the point? So just weigh that up when you're thinking about, did Dubois quit? Now, ultimately, I do feel that Dubois could have got up earlier, but chose not to. I will say that, but while that is unfair for me to say, because obviously I'm not the one feeling the punches, I don't know how his tank was. I don't know what it was that his body and his mind was going through. But yes, I do believe he could have got up a bit earlier. Maybe he mistimed it. Maybe he tried to get up at 8, but he was a little bit slow getting up, which is why he got up at 9. Should the referee allowed him to continue, as it is a world title fight? Maybe, but the fact was that was the second time he went down in the fight. He went down at the end of round number 8, and of course went down in round number 9. There's a very real chance he went down and not got back up at all, had the referee allowed him to continue. So maybe the referee saved Dubois from more punishment and maybe a highlight reel knockout for Oleksandr Usyk. But regardless, Dubois gave it a go. And if you're a Brit, and if you're a biased Brit like I am, you have to look at Dubois and say, well done. Now, I'm proud of Dubois. I think that he went there to win. He didn't go there to pick up a payday, to just make up the numbers. No, he went there to win. You could see he went there to win. He was throwing his hands, but he was a little bit out of his depth. Usyk has been there, seen there, and done it since he was, 14 years old or something like that? He's been around the world. He's seen all styles. All styles. Did he get hurt by Dubois with a body shot? Again, I've covered that in previous video. Go check out that one. But Dubois gave it a go. He did give it a go. He did try and get Usyk out of there. But there are levels to it. And I do feel that it would have helped Dubois, much like a lot of Queensberry fighters, if we're being honest. They kind of fight people that ain't very good. Then they get a big opportunity. Then they get found wanting. I think that's one of these situations. Anthony Yarde is a victim of that as well, as are quite a few other people, like a Dennis McCann, for example. But ultimately, regardless of any of that, he got his opportunity, and unlike Tyson Fury, the WBC World Heavyweight Champion, Dubois signed that contract and he turned up. No messing about, no ooming and ahhing about it. Yeah, I want the fight, I want the opportunity. Picked up a couple of quid for it. Dubois could retire right now if he really wanted to, and I'm sure he'd be fine. Okay, so Dubois quitting, for me, is kind of irrelevant, because I don't think at this point he was going to win the fight anyway. I don't think he had the power to get Usyk out of there. Usyk figured him out. He did. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. What's yours? Did Dubois quit? Are you mad at him for quitting? Drop them below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.